Radio, Sri Lanka.
Joining you live from the National News Studios. This is the National News Broadcast. I am Malsha Dharmavardhana together with Charita Minipurarachi.
Installation of solar cells at 1,000 places of religious worship begins. An extensive investigation into the murder of chairman of the Janashakti group. The president says Sri Lanka is an island state which acts with friendliness with all countries. 75 suspects who sold narcotics to school children have been arrested. Exorbitant prices of school equipment that make parents desperate. No power cuts tonight in view of tomorrow's Grade 5 scholarship examination.
On to those and other stories in detail now, starting with your local stories. Two persons who had attempted to take selfies near the Dehiwala railway station were killed when they were hit by an incoming train.
The police says that the victims were a student of the Boratua Technical College and a female student.
The residents of Karandeni and Ambalangoda have met with the accident around 10:50 this morning. They were reported to have arrived at the railway station after visiting the Dehiwala Zoological Gardens. A cargo train heading towards Kalutara South from Maradana said to have collided with the two victims who were trying to take photos. Bodies of the deceased are kept at the mortuary of the Kalubovila Teaching Hospital. The Criminal Investigation Department and the Baralla Police Station have recorded evidence from 23 persons regarding the killing of the chairman of the Janashakti Group companies, Dinesh Shafter.
The remains of the deceased have been brought to his residence today. The CID officials and fingerprint experts have initially commenced investigations at the locations of the crime in order to establish scientific evidence relating to the murder. The preliminary investigations have been carried out by the officials of the Boralla police station. Currently, the CID, along with the Investigation Division on Organized Crimes and Homicide, have commenced investigations via several fields. Police media spokesman attorney at law SSP Nihal Talduwa said that the CID has conducted an investigation on a financial transaction entered into by the deceased businessman with a person named Brian Thomas. A complaint has been submitted regarding a financial fraud exceeding 1.43 billion rupees. He added that the investigations have not yet been achieved to a level of launching an accusation on any suspected person. He has also expressed hope of finding any clue of the crime in the near future. Body of late Dinesh Shafter has been brought to his residence in Flower Road, Colombo 7 from a private funeral parlour this morning. Relatives and friends of the deceased are arriving to pay their last respects to the late businessman. Entrepreneur Shafter has passed away at the intensive care unit of the Colombo National Hospital in the night of the 15th of this month. It has been established that the murder was caused by strangling. An executive officer of the Janashakti group of companies found hands and the neck of the body tied on the driver's seat of Shafter's motor vehicle.
Now, high inflation is reported to have increased the prices of school equipment as well. The present price of a 40-page exercise book is 80 rupees. The price of a 160-page exercise book is 220 rupees and a 200-page exercise book is cost of 270 rupees. A 20-page CR book is being sold in the market for 260 rupees and a 200-page CR book is being sold for 560 rupees. A pencil which was previously sold for 20 rupees is available for 40 rupees. Current price of a pencil is 25 rupees and a pencil sharpener is 50 rupees. The price of an eraser has gone up to 30 rupees from 10 rupees. The current market price of a trouser and a shirt of a 10-year-old child is 600 rupees. Traders say a trouser and a shirt for a youth above age of 15 years is around 700 rupees. There have been sustainable increase in the prices of shoes worn by students. Parents request the government to reduce the prices of school equipment. School children in the Polonnaruwa district have been accorded some relief due to the multi-purpose services cooperative societies in the district selling school equipment to students at reduced prices. Children are the future of the country. Therefore, national television urges the authorities to remain more vigilant on the increases in school equipment and to gain relief to the needy.
The All Ceylon Bakery Owners Association has decided to reduce the price of a loaf of bread weighing 450 grams by 10 rupees with effect from midnight tonight. President of the association, N.K. Javardhana, says price reduction has been made possible due to the decline in the price of wheat flour. An importing company has decided to reduce the price of wheat flour by 28 rupees. Accordingly, the advantage of price decrease is being handed over to the consumer. President of the association, N. Javardhana, said that they are not taking decisions with regard to prices of other wheat-based products. He also said that they are requesting bakery owners to make any price reductions if possible on other products as well. Meanwhile, accusations have been levelled on certain traders selling eggs at high prices following the verdict of the Court of Appeal to annul the Gazette notification which has set a control price on eggs. This was disclosed at two media briefings in Colombo today. Meanwhile, the national movement to safeguard the rights of consumer charges, the Ceylon Electricity Board, is once again preparing to increase the electricity bill in an unreasonable manner. President of the movement, Ranjit Vidanage, says that they will take legal actions in the event of any further price increase. President of the movement, Ranjit Vidanage, said that a proposal is being scheduled to be submitted to the Public Utilities Commission to increase the electricity bill by 70% from the 1st of January next year. He added that the proposal calls to increase the power bills of consumers who use less than 30 units from the current charge of 360 rupees to 3,000 rupees. Another price revision is expected on the 1st of June 2023. He has requested to withdraw that proposal as well.
Now, a project to install 1,000 solar panels in place of religious veneration has got underway from the Hatbodhiya Vihare in Kalubovila yesterday with the lighting of the Vihare with solar-powered cells. A problematic situation has arisen at the many places of religious worships due to an increase in electricity bills. It has also been reported of several instances of disconnecting power to some viharas for not being able to pay the increased charges of electricity. The government has introduced the installation of solar paneling to religious places as an alternative to the issue. The solar paneling project is being carried out with the financial contribution of the patronage of the viharas. The engineering contribution in the installation process are being borne by the CEB. A special feature has been that institutions engaged in solar paneling agreed to provide equipment without profit motives. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that Sri Lanka as an island nation is following a friendly policy in dealing with all countries in the world.
The President has made these remarks at the 97th Passing Out Parade of the cadet officials of the Diathalava Army Academy this morning. Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces and President Ranil Wickremesinghe was received with extreme gallantry when he arrived at the Diathalava Army Academy to attend the passing out ceremony. Thereafter, the President has offered floral tributes to the statue of gallant soldier at the premises. The President, Ranil Wickremesinghe, has inspected the guard of honor of the passing out cadet officials. The President has also presented the championship flag to the best cadet platoon and also engaged in handing over the sword to the cadetting cadres. 251 cadet officers who have completed training took part in the 97th Passing Out Parade. A special feature has been the participation of cadet officers of 4 foreign countries in today's ceremony. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that all officials of the Sri Lanka army are serving the country. A presidential commission applies on all of them. He said that he does not head the commission as the president, but as the head of the republic. President added that this commission belongs to the officials and they are bound by the responsibility to protect the republic from the enemy forces. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has called on the officials to always preserve the honor of the institute they have undergone the training. Sri Lanka is an island in the midst of the Indian Ocean. The country is not aligned with world powers according to their preferences. Sri Lanka will not sign agreements according to the needs of the powerful countries. But the government has a responsibility to safeguard the friendship with all nations. The armed forces personnel have the obligation to protect the country from the inside and the outside, as challenges will be posed from all over. Sri Lanka's security forces should also prepare to serve in other countries in order to fulfill the country's requirements. The president added that they are hoping to fulfill the requirements of the United Nations peacekeeping forces. The Sri Lankan officers will be joining an army having experience of more than 2 decades. Sri Lankan security forces persons are already engaged in US peacekeeping duties in the Republic of Mali. The president has pointed out that an army officer is a person with a powerful responsibility.
එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ හමුදාව යටතේ ඒ වැඩ කටයුත්තත් අපි ඉෂ්ට කරන්න තියෙනවා. ඔබ ඇතුල් වෙන හමුදාව යුද්ධ අත්දැකීම් ඇති හමුදාව. දශක දෙකකට වඩා වැඩි කාලයක් යුද්ධ කළා විනයක් අත්දැකීමක් ඇති හමුදාව. අද එක්සත් ජාතීන් වෙනුවෙන් මාලි රටේ ජනරජයේ සේවය කරන හමුදාව. ඒ හමුදාවේ තමයි නායකත්වය ගන්න. ඒ නායකත්වය ගන්නවා නම් ඔබට ශක්තිමත් චරිතයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe, in commemoration of his visit to the Army Academy, has planted a NAS sapling in the premises. State Minister of Defence Pramita Bandarathenakon, Chief of Defence Staff General Shavendra Silva, Army Commander Lieutenant General Vikum Lianage and other officials have also attended the event.
Head of the International Monetary Fund, Kristina Georgieva, says that China has agreed to participate in the roundtable discussion on global sovereign debt. Directors of the IMF was engaged in discussion with China recently with the objective of granting relief to several countries, including Sri Lanka.
And then we have the issue of sovereign debt. We have done, together with the World Bank, a very important step during COVID to work with the G20 for the debt service suspension initiative. It provided immediate relief to low-income countries at a time of tremendous difficulty. It was followed by the common framework for debt resolution, and we continue to work on the common framework to deliver. So far, Chad has gotten debt relief. Zambia is on the way. There is an agreement among the creditors still to be detailed. And Ethiopia, with the peace process now advanced, is likely to also benefit. But there are countries that are not eligible to common framework, like Sri Lanka, like Suriname, that are also in debt distress.
Meanwhile, 75 persons who were suspected to have sold narcotics to school children have been arrested. The police say several types of drugs have been apprehended in operations conducted connected with schools in the Western Province.
The raids have been conducted covering 122 schools in the Western Province between 12 noon and 3 p.m. yesterday. During the operations, 2 kilograms of the type of drugs called Marwa and 9 grams and 375 milligrams of heroin have been taken into police custody. In addition, the police have also apprehended 1 gram and 522 milligrams of ice narcotic and 10 narcotic pills. The police says that the raids will be conducted continuously covering schools in the Western Province. Several packets of narcotics mixed with cannabis about to be sold at a boutique near a main school in Darga town in Alutgama have been found. The police have also arrested a suspect with the contraband, and the crime control unit of the Alutgama police station has carried out the raid based on information received regarding the selling of narcotics to students.
You're watching the national news broadcast, and we continue with more local stories. The police says due to the negligence of a mother, a 3-month-old infant in a house in Ambatale was burned to death yesterday. The mother was reported to have asked her 5-year-old daughter to switch on a heater to boil water and left the premises. The daughter connected the heater to a plug near the bed of the sleeping infant and left the house to play with a friend. When the mother returned, she found that the room of the house where the infant was sleeping on fire. Investigations have also found that the house was receiving electricity from a nearby house in an unprotective manner. Police investigating officers are seeking legal advice to file a case against the mother.
And meanwhile, the Ceylon Electricity Board says that there will be no power cuts tonight in the consideration of the fact that the Year Grade 5 Scholarship Examination is scheduled to be held tomorrow. The Commissioner General of Examination says 334,698 students will sit for the examination at 2,894 centres throughout the island. And meanwhile, the Colombo city is fully lighted and decorated to celebrate the upcoming Christmas festival.
Our cameramen have captured these breathtaking photographs of the colourful program.
Now, as Jim Reeves says in December, it's Christmas time in the city. The birth of Jesus Christ, the Savior of mankind, is celebrated joyfully during Christmas time. The message is to care and share. It's the need of the hour as well. And this is a season that many people come together in unity from different walks of life, from different ethnicities, religions and cultures. We are in the heart of Colombo. We are at the Presidential Secretariat as we are bringing you some great news for this Christmas season. This is about Colombo Christmas, organized by the Tourist Board. From tomorrow onward, from 18th of December to the 23rd, every day from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. there is going to be a variety of activities organized to entertain especially the children. Among the many entertainment activities specially curated to entertain the children, the highlight is going to be the Christmas carols, and it's going to be sung from the steps of the Presidential Secretariat. And the chorus are going to be the Sri Lanka Tri-Forces, Sri Lanka Police and the Civil Security Department. There are only few more days for Christmas Eve, and this might be the ideal fair for you to attend to do your last-minute shopping. There are several stalls in the vicinity of Presidential Secretariat, and there are going to be various food stalls, textile stores and trade stores which can offer you special discounts as well. Now in the evenings, as you can see, it's going to be illuminated by beautiful Christmas lights, and definitely this is going to bring in that seasonal glamour. Now all of us have beautiful memories from childhood from Christmas time. Similarly, each and every child deserves to make memories during this beautiful season. And that is why we want to kindly remind you to take a little time off your busy schedules to spend time with your beloved loved ones and come here and enjoy the glamorous seasonal vibes at the Colombo Christmas. Christmas is love, Christmas is peace. All are welcome to make memories at Colombo Christmas Entertainment Fair. I'm Dilanjali Ananda reporting to you from the Presidential Secretariat for Rupavahini News.
Now, Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena says that there will not be any cutback in government's social security program.
He has disclosed this fact at the Gold District meeting of the National Food Security Program. The Prime Minister has pointed out on this occasion that certain groups are engaged in the propagation of rumours pertaining to enforcement of restrictions of the government's social security program after March of next year. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena added that the government has allocated funds for the implementation of the social security program covering a large segment of the society from the next year. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the national plan would enable to carry forward to fulfill the specific objectives of handing over the country to the new generation. The youth of today are demanding new opportunities. The Prime Minister has reiterated that we must change our attitudes accordingly. He has also stressed the need to carry forward the development activities of the country to fulfill the needs of the people from the village level. The Prime Minister has reiterated that the government will not lessen its social security coverage by any means. Meanwhile, the Kegol District Coordinating Committee meeting of the Economic Rejuvenation Food Security Committee was held at the Kegol Town Hall today. The Prime Minister has presided over the meeting, which was attended by MPs and ministers in the area and the government officials.
A program to appreciate taxpayers on the district level has been organized. State Minister Ranjit Siambalapitiya says that the first of the series of the program will start from Colombo on the 23rd of next month. The Ministry of Finance, in collaboration with the Department of Inland Revenue, is organized the program covering all districts in the island. State Minister Ranjit Siambalapitiya says that attention is being focused on introducing new taxes and to renew existing taxes. The taxpayers are the group which bring the country forward. The most important thing is not to prepare tax policy but to be flexible in granting concessions to the tax-paying community. The government is hoping to receive the guidance of the people of the country through the fulfillment of responsibilities on behalf of the country.
And now let's move on to more local news items. Certificates have been handed over to female sailors who have successfully completed the basic course in operating Coast Guard vessels. A ceremony in this connection was held at the Trincomalee Naval Faculty recently. 4 female officials and 9 female sailors were presented certificates. It was the first time in the history of Sri Lankan naval affairs that a Coast Guard training on female marine personnel was conducted. Measures have been taken to recommence academic activities at Sinhala Vidyalaya Batiklo, which was remained closed for 30 years. Our correspondent says reconstruction of the school is being carried out expeditiously under the direction of Governor of the Eastern Province Anuradha Yahampath. A giant sea eagle of a rare type facing extinction has been found from shrubland in Kantule. Damage to the wings of the bird have been observed. Wildlife officials in Kantule has brought the bird to the Girithale Veterinary Unit for the treatments. A suspect engaged in processing and selling false vehicle number plates has been arrested in Raigama in Bandaragama with equipment used in the fraud. The police says that investigations are being carried out to find out whether the bogus number plates prepared by him were used for numerous criminal activities. A vintage car exhibition is being held at the Kandy Uena premises today and tomorrow. The event has been organized by the Grand Car Club organization. The aim of the exhibition is to provide knowledge to the young generation on classical vehicles, and for their conservation, vehicles of nearly 100 years old age are displayed.
A program to distribute fertilizer at relief prices to farmers is taking place continuously.
Our correspondent says that relevant officials are actively engaged in the program to provide fertilizer. Urea fertilizer stocks have distributed among farmers in 680 acres of land in the villages of Higuragoda Agrarian Division at relief prices. The Sitavaka Pradesha Sabha has also taken measures to extend a special fertilizer subsidy in addition to the government fertilizer relief measures. Accordingly, 5 million rupees of funds of the Pradesha Sabha are being utilized for the food security and nutrition program. Fertilizer stocks have also been distributed at relief prices at the Paduka Agrarian Service Centre this morning. Stay tuned for international news after this break.
Katumi, Fantamai. Prima Katumi, Fantamai.
Welcome back, and on to your international story. The wintry weather is set to continue across much of Scotland with warning of future snow and ice.
Forecasters say that sub-zero conditions are expected today, while more snow is likely tomorrow. The Met officials has issued a yellow weather warning for parts of the country from 7 today to 21 p.m. tomorrow. It comes after heavy snowfalls across central Scotland yesterday, causing disruption for commuters. Police issued a travel warning for the whole Scotland and advised people to travel with caution. Meanwhile, Stagecoach warned that some services may run late due to weather conditions. Glasgow Airport runways was closed until 1:30 while it was cleared of snow and ice. Some flights were severely delayed or cancelled through a spokesman said Scotland, the airport was now working to resume flight schedules. Some schools were closed in the Highlands, Clackmannshire, Stirling, Aberdeenshire, Orkney and Perth and King Cross.
Billionaire businessman Elon Musk says several journalists he suspended from his social media company Twitter will have their accounts reinstated. Reporters from the New York Times, CNN and Washington Post were among those locked out of their accounts after Elon Musk accused them of sharing location data about him. But amid mounting criticism, he asked Twitter users what to do next, and 59% of the 3.6 million who took part voted to lift the ban immediately. He tweeted that the people have spoken and accounts who doxed his location will have their suspension lifted. Now the ban was condemned by the EU and UN.
And moving on to the disastrous situation in France, 10 people, including 5 children, have been killed in a fire in an apartment building near Lyon, France. Officials released a statement saying a seizable fire broke out in a 7-story block of flats in the suburb of Vauxhall-Wayne. 4 people are in a critical condition and 15 others reported minor injuries, including 2 firefighters. The fire is now and prosecutors are investigating its cause. The flames appear to have started at the ground floor, being spreading upwards. Meanwhile, the Interior Minister said that the children who died were all aged between 3 and 15.
Prima, cut to me, Fanta, mate.